Hello, geeks, nerds, and zombies. I'm Drake, and let's review stuff. Alright, so, because I say this all the time, it's kind of my catchphrase. As you guys can see from the title and from the picture, I will be reviewing Spawn, but before that, I'm gonna get into some news. I know I normally do news stuff last, but this is kind of important. Alright, well, first, yes, I am back in my lovely studio, because I was gone visiting family, and so I was gone for a good while, which is why you guys saw all my videos being from my computer there, from my computer, and not as good quality, and I was not in my lovely studio. So, I am finally back in my studio for like 2 days. But I'm finally back, and so, better content for 2 days till I get back from my other trip. Yes, that's also part of the news. I will be going on a trip to DC, Philadelphia, and New York. And I will be bringing my camera, so I will be vlogging while I'm there, so you guys can sort of see my trip and what it was like. That way you guys won't be without content. Alright, now on to Spawn. This was requested by a fan, and so of course I had to do it, right? And so let me explain to you how this is going to work. So this isn't going to be your regular I hold up a comic book or talk about the comic book. I'm just going to be basically talking about the character. And so with the character, I'm basically going to talk about some of its history and some of the important things that's happened in the comic book. Some of the things it's been in, and what I like about the character, and just basically different attributes of the character as well. And so, the reason for me doing that is because it goes back to the same thing that I said earlier. It was requested by a fan, and believe me, person that requested this, I really tried to find the, this comic book, or just people that are watching this. I really tried to find this comic book, but I just couldn't. I couldn't even find anything that even had Spawn in it. Well, I mean, obviously I had stuff that had Spawn in it just because he was connected with other characters, but apart from that, I really couldn't. And so this is what I'm being stuck to, is just kind of talking about the character. And so because of that, I am sorry, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be a good video. And so, yeah, and so, you'll see I'll be posting 2 videos, basically 2 days, for these 2 days. Sunday and Monday, and it doesn't really matter to me saying days because you're watching this video whenever. But, definitely I will be posting videos, so you'll see me twice in this background, just so I can pump out videos, before I leave. And so, yeah, so, alright, now on to Spawn. Alright, so with the Spawn character, he's had a lot of comic books. Well, he has his main comic book series that's been running for a long time now. It's a bit like Spider-Man, in the fact where it's been running for a good while. But it still does have its separate, like, short issue comics, should I say. And so, with that, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. And so that's why... Alright, so with that, that's a lot of stuff to talk about. So, let's get in it. Alright, so the Spawn character is written by Todd McFarlane, which, as you guys know, as you guys should recognize that name, he is associated with writing Spider-Man and drawing Spider-Man, which I think he did both very well. But he also did Spawn. Who knew? And so, as of Todd McFarlane, I really do like Todd McFarlane. I like his writing better than his drawing style. But, I mean, yeah, that's a video for another day. But, yeah, so I think Todd McFarlane is a brilliant writer. You know, especially when it comes to Spawn and Spider-Man, he really knows how to deal with these particular characters. So, basically, we're not talking about Spider-Man, we're talking about Spawn. So, Spawn basically started out as someone that was working for the army, basically, and he got killed. And he got sent down to hell, but his wife also got killed too. And so, while he's in hell, the Devil's like, you know what would be funny? You know what I did with Ghost Rider, right? I mean, I did the thing. What if I gave you an army of, like, my evil people, and I let you run it, and I gave you powers. And then I'd also bring your wife back. This is cool. God, yeah, I thought it was good too. And so basically that's how I feel it went down. And so yeah, he then gave him his army, basically. And so he took over this army, and eventually, like Ghost Rider, again, he was like, you know what? Not feeling it. Screw you, Devil. Screw me helping you. I'm out. I'm a lone wolf. Peace. Right? And so he went and basically became an anti-hero. Now I say anti-hero because, like most heroes, Spider-Man, Batman, superheroes, in general, basically, they don't kill. And if you do kill, you're basically an anti-hero, or you kind of do bad stuff too to be an anti-hero. So it's a lot like Punisher in that sense, where he's also got that, you know, killing thing going on. And so that's why he's an anti-hero. And so that adds kind of like a new aspect. Well, it wasn't new, but it adds that kind of like mystery to the character, because you have no idea what he's gonna do or who he's gonna kill or something like that. So with Spawn, he has a couple powers. His cape can expand or disappear. It's basically made of soul material, and so it basically does whatever he wants it to do. Same with his armor. Same with his armor. His armor can create like weapons out of it, and so I'm gonna get to that. So, you know, with most people, you would be like, alright, I'm just gonna create this cool, awesome sword with this suit and this ability. Well, with Spawn, because he was part of the army, he doesn't really do that. He goes to what he knows best and uses guns. And so, yeah, I can see why, because that's what he knows best. You know, it's like Michelangelo getting this. I mean, he's not gonna get a gun. He's gonna do what he knows best. But off to that point, yeah. And so, as of a character, getting into what I think of Spawn, as a character, I think he's pretty brilliant and creative. As the fact that he can basically do anything. As of writing, some writing gets a bit flat, because at one point, which is one of the most famous things from Spawn, at one point, he killed both God and the Devil. Which, I mean, if you're religion-based, you get even more of a hatred out of that. But, I mean, for me, I think it's a bit ridiculous, because they could have went somewhere with that. He could have created his own world, which he kind of did, but he didn't go through with it. But they should have done more about that. So he basically didn't use it to its full potential because, like, basically God and the Devil can pretty much do anything. Once you have both of those powers, you can be like, proof puppy, there it is. I mean, I don't think Spawn would do that, but I mean, you could, just saying. But no, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna create my own world, don't like it anymore, I'm gonna get rid of my powers. So he used his powers to get rid of his powers. Figure that one out. And so he was like, yeah, I'm good, got rid of his powers, and he went back to regular Spawn, not like God Spawn. Anyways, yeah, so he went back to regular Spawn, and it kind of fell flat from there. The writing really just didn't take off after that point, and, you know, which I really wish something would happen with Spawn, because he is a really cool character. And you can do a lot with Spawn. But unfortunately, the closest he's got is the TV show and the movie, which the movie wasn't very good. I mean, it was good, you know, if you like Spawn, but it just, you know, it's Batman, basically. And, you know, you guys are gonna hate me for this. Don't get me wrong, I like Batman, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have its faults. And I'm talking about Tim Burton Batman. It's like that. I mean, it's still good overall, but at some points it's just like, I don't know. And so, yeah, so Spawn overall is a really good character. He's not like my top 10, probably because I haven't read much of him, but I do know basically his backstory and what all he can do. And so, I mean, he may not be my top 10, but that obviously doesn't mean he's not a good character. And so, I still really like Spawn. And if you either have no idea what I'm talking about or haven't really read anything from Spawn, I recommend it a lot. Mainly 1 through 100 is really good. I know that's really specific. But let's say 1 through 200 is really good. And like all of those books are just really creative and it's brilliant. After that, it kind of... So, hopefully you'll check it out for yourself. And if not, oh well. See you guys later.